Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to my evening news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Polls open across New Hampshire for First in the Nation primary. Voters graded by campaign supporters, candidates, and media. Presidential candidates made last-minute pitches to voters going to the polls in New Hampshire Tuesday as voting begun in first-in-the-nation primary state. Polls opened as early as 6 a.m. in New Hampshire and will close at 7 or 8 p.m., depending on the location. At the Webster School in Manchester, voters were greeted by campaign supporters holding signs, candidates, and local, national, and international media. As of 11 a.m., about 1,500 people had cast their vote at the location. Several presidential candidates made stops at the polling location in Ward 1 to thank their supporters and to encourage undecided voters. Secretary of State Bill Gardner predicted that 420,000 Granite Staters would head to the polls today. Granite Staters said they appreciate the access they have to the presidential candidates. How to vote. In order to vote, you'll need to bring a photo ID. If you don't have an ID, you can still vote, but you'll have to sign a challenge voter affidavit. You can also register to vote at a polling location with proof of identity, age, citizenship, and where you live. A driver's license or non-driver state ID establish identity and age. A birth certificate, passport, or naturalization documents show proof of citizenship. Undeclared voters can choose a party ballot at the polling location. Voters will be automatically enrolled in whichever party ballot they select. After voting to return to undeclared status, voters must fill out a card or sign a list with the supervisor of the checklist before leaving the polling location. The New Hampshire Attorney General has set up a voter hotline to report problems or ask questions. The number is 1-866-868-3703 or 1-866-VOTER-03. And some polls are closed now and some will close at 8 p.m. depending on what location the polls are in. And that does it for my evening news report right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here in a little bit for New Hampshire primary coverage, election eve coverage. That's coming up in just a little bit, so join me then. Good night and bye, everyone.